everybody, welcome to the High Path channel. My name is Rosa and I am the mama of our plant-based family of 7, and today is meal prep day. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a really quick, maybe a little bit of a lazy meal prep today. Let's get in the kitchen and let's just see how much we can get done in the amount of time that we have. Let's go.
Whenever we start meal prepping, I definitely want to start with a clean, fresh kitchen and a clean, fresh sink. So I'm just taking my time to get these dishes done before I start anything, because once we meal prep, we're going to be making lots and lots of dishes, as you can imagine. This week we had a ton of pasta that was on sale at the grocery store, so I stocked up on many of our favorite pasta shapes. Pasta is one of those things that are really cost effective, and of course lentils. I have some soaked lentils that we've just soaked overnight just to improve digestibility. We're going to drain it, we're going to rinse it really well, and we're going to start cooking these. We do like to soak all of our grains, lentils, chickpeas, even quinoa, because it helps remove some of the oligosaccharides, I don't know how to say it, but this helps our body break it down a lot easier, and it could eliminate some of the gas that's produced in these beans when we eat them. I had some leftover chickpeas that I wanted to make a snack out of. I really like a spicy and sweet flavor for our chickpeas, so I'm going to season this with some coconut sugar. I like to also use agave if we have, but today we're just gonna sprinkle on a little bit of organic coconut sugar. I've spotted a thief. I suppose this is tax for having them help me cook. So we're going to season it up with some onion powder, and then now we're going to do some smoky ancho chili powder as well. I love this combo. And then of course some salt.
Some coconut oil.
That is right, you've seen it. We spilt the salt. So we cleaned up our mess, and let's try it again. Dun dun dun. Yep, it happened a second time. What are the odds?
Again?
Well, it's definitely time for a new salt grinder. Moving on, we are going to fish out our rigatoni, and then we're going to use the same pasta water. We're going to add a little bit more water, and we're going to cook our next batch of pasta. As of right now, we're just going to use a pestle and mortar to just hand grind our salt, just for our salt usage for the day. In our back burner, we've got some quinoa going. I just have Isaiah help me season it up, and we're going to get that cooking. In our pasta pot, we're going to add some little medium-sized shells for a pasta salad. Like I said, we're using the exact same pot that we cooked the first batch of pasta. We added a little bit of water. We may as well reuse the water.
All right, we are just working on some pasta casseroles. I am really thinking of just doing a ton of casseroles, like anything that's baked. So I've got some flour here that Mercy has already helped me grind. And as far as our rigatoni, we're going to do a rigatoni bake. So we're just going to layer some sauce and some pasta together. I think that would be really easy and really simple for a dinner. So I'm going to add some, let's add some grapeseed oil to the bottom really quick.
Blueberry.
Vegetables.
Get some blueberries.
We're going to make this so simple. We're going to layer some pasta and some sauce and veggies and mix it up and call it a day. When we do it this way, I do like to season up these layers because, as you can imagine, there's not a lot of seasonings in the crushed tomatoes.
Sometimes it really does help to just get like a bag of frozen vegetables and just kind of do a layered casserole like this, just because it's just so convenient because it's already nice and chopped. They're like little pieces. Don't forget, we need salt and some seasonings. So for when we layer it, we want to make sure that we're seasoning everything. Get some salt. Get some oregano up in here. Look. And then we're going to do it again, okay? Some salt. Okay. Some sauce all over the top and the broccoli. I'm actually going to add a little bit of water to this because we want to make sure that all the pasta is nice and cooked. We kind of cook this al dente or a little bit less because we know when we put it in the oven, it's just going to cook even more. So let me just add a little bit of water. Hang on, don't move. We have some water in here. Get some lentils in here.
I also chopped up some red onions just to add that extra oniony flavor in this. And we're just going to continue repeating our layers of sauce, pasta, vegetables. You could put anything in here. We just had some like lentils that we cooked up as well. Make sure that you add enough water, just so it continues to cook the pasta when you put it in the oven to heat up. This pasta bake looks beautiful. We're going to cover it up and we're just going to put it in the fridge. This is also very freezer friendly as well. Moving along, I have Grace help me prep some tofu. So she just sliced them. We're going to season up with some salt. The salt shaker or grinder worked this time. We're gonna add some coconut aminos, some onion powder, whatever seasonings that she was feeling. She added some oil, massaged it, flipped it around, and did the same on the second side. Tofu always needs a lot of seasoning, so we want to make sure all sides are seasoned well. We have the oven preheated to 425 degrees, and we're going to pop it in for about 30 minutes and we're going to check it. We like to bake the tofu quite long just because it adds a little bit of a meaty texture to it, and we really like that. We're going to continue on layering and doing the pasta bakes. We were able to stretch out 2 boxes of rigatoni into 2 whole pans plus a little smaller pan of pasta bake. And voila, this was another one. This is a great way to feed a large family on a tight budget.
We have quite a few things already done, so that's perfect. Mercy, you're going to work on the quinoa salad. We're going to do a quinoa salad with some garlic and olive oil and things. And then Grace, you're gonna do, I think we're gonna do 2 pans. So there's gonna be one with honey mustard, which we have here, and then one with a tomatoey coconutty sauce. I think that's gonna be really good. Same thing, we're just gonna use a pre-chopped broccoli because that's what we have right now. I think we have some squash. See if we could just get some squash. And we have some chickpeas as well. So same thing, we're gonna be layering this. Now Mercy, you're gonna add some olive oil. That's gonna be for fried rice next time. And this is just a very quick reminder that we are on a time crunch, okay? Just because we started off a little bit late. What time is it now, Mercy? Get some lime or lemon, Mercy, please. Today, we really are making a ton of like budget meal preps because these really will go a long way. Like these pastas, they do go a long way. And so feeding our 5 kids, it's not always cheap. So today is just going to be filled with cheapo meal prep items. And hopefully this helped you as well. We've been making this quinoa salad this way for quite a few times, quite a few weeks now, and this is just really our favorite way. And so we basically eat it cold, but Trey likes to warm his up. He likes a warm quinoa. So we've got about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We've got some garlic in here, and I'm just going to squeeze a juice of a lime. You can use lemons as well. I do like to mix the lemons and the limes, but today we just have lemons. We had like a shortage of lemons of something, yeah, so we don't have the lemon, so I'm just going to put that in here. Now add chickpeas. Make sure you get the coconut milk opened.
Grace is working on a creamy pasta. We added some medium-sized shells, some broccoli, some chickpeas, and a tomatoey sauce base along with some coconut milk. And Mercy on the other side is making our quinoa salad. We just have our cooked quinoa, we have our peppers, some red onions, and that olive oil and garlic mixture. Also, we added some butternut squash into this pasta. So this lemony olive oil garlic dressing is so good. It actually is kind of like a Lebanese style dressing that is just perfect on really literally everything. In this quinoa, we've also added some cilantro, and make sure you're seasoning it very well. The quinoa does need extra salt just to make sure that it's nicely seasoned. Once it's all mixed, we're going to put it into a Tupperware and the quinoa salad is done. This could be eaten throughout the week, cold or warm, whatever you like. Let us know in the comments if you are okay with a cold quinoa salad or even a rice salad. I know it's kind of weird, but Trey really likes this warm. I don't mind eating it cold because it's kind of like just a nice quinoa cold salad. We're about halfway through. We, of course, need to clean while we go. After getting our table countertop cleaned up, it's time to make our second medium shell pasta. So we're gonna make a pasta salad. We've got some peas thrown in here, some red onions, some red bell peppers, and some honey mustard as well.
We're gonna attempt our chickpea snack again. So I'm just gonna put whatever that we have left over. Some chickpeas on here. So we're going to oil and season our chickpeas. I like to kind of salt it just a little bit more because whenever we're looking for snacks, I think about like potato chips. And potato chips most of the time are like extra salty, which draws you in a little bit more. And so in order to mimic that, I want to just add a little bit more salt. And for our in our chickpea snacks, I'm going to go with the same seasoning, so some coconut sugar, because we're going to do like a sweet and spicy. Coconut sugar, we've got some cayenne pepper. And I think I'm going to do some smoky paprika and onion powder as well. Grace is working on a pasta salad here. We just added some peas, some bell peppers. Oh, let's chop up some red onion for some more color. Okay, some of that, honey mustard.
We would love to know what your favorite types of seasonings or combination of seasonings are on a chip or a snack, anything. Do you like a good barbecue or a salt and vinegar? Let us know in the comments. We're gonna give this pasta salad a good mix, and then we're gonna have Grace taste test and let us know if she needs to salt it more or whatever. It looks like she definitely needs some more salt. Our kids have definitely developed a good sense of, is it salty enough? Does it need this? Does it need that? So starting young, it definitely trains them and trains their palates to taste very, very well. And that could be very, very useful when it comes to cooking later on in life. So we love to teach them young. We also added a little bit more mustard just for that extra tang, and it was perfect. Time to check up on our tofu that was baking for at least 30 minutes or so. You can see the color has developed, and then now we're just gonna put the chickpeas in to roast as well. These tofu pieces turned out very, very meaty, and it was really, really seasoned very well. Now it's time to make our weekly chili garlic oil. So in a bowl, we added some chopped garlic. We're going to add some chili flakes as well. You can use as much or as little as you like. We like to go pretty heavy on the chili flakes just because we want it spicy. And we're just gonna mix this up really quick. You can also add a little bit of salt here just to season it. In another pot, we're going to heat up some grapeseed oil, just any neutral oil would do. I also like to add some ginger slices in here just to add that extra gingery, delicious flavor and aroma. A secret ingredient I like to use is some cloves, just whole cloves. We're going to put that into the oil alongside with a star anise. This really brings out the flavors into the oil and just adds a little bit of an Asian zing to it. We're slowly heating this oil up at about maybe medium low heat. Now initially I did set the timer for about 7 minutes. We added some red onions. You can use shallots. Shallots would be really delicious in this if you have, or any onion would do as well. Now you're going to want to keep your eye out on this because your onions can burn really, really quickly. Mine was done in about 4 minutes or so. We're going to just pour this into our garlic and chili mixture. The bubbles and sizzles is what you want. You want to make sure that you're extracting those fragrances from the chili and the garlic.
All right, last but not least, we are making a kind of like a sesame noodle salad. So I've just got some plain old spaghetti here. I also like to use angel hair. I've discovered this recipe just from making angel hair this way, and the angel hair is actually my preferred noodle because it's nice and thin like a vermicelli. But today we're just going to use some regular noodles. So in here, I'm going to add our broccoli slaw, which I got on clearance, so it's like $1.80. If you have like a Smith's nearby, I recommend just going to the clearance aisle because they always have like maybe like vegetables that are a little bit older, so it needs to be used up. I have not gotten like a moldy bag or anything, so this is a perfect way to save some money.
Let's drizzle it with some sesame oil, and we're going for an Asian-y type of noodle salad. We're also going to put some coconut aminos. Coconut aminos is a great soy sauce substitute if you are looking for it. It's a little bit sweet, so it kind of adds that teriyaki flavor to whatever that you're cooking with. And of course, it's also great if you are trying to reduce your soy amount because soy is literally in everything. So you just want to kind of eat it in moderation. We're adding some leftover chili oil from last week, which we made. This was so delicious and it's just a perfect addition. It's that garlicky, spicy flavor in this noodle salad.
We're also going to be using Grace's tofu. So I'm going to put that in here as well. It's going to be delicious and lovely. Yeah, I think that'll be better.
Pieces.
They're kind of like meat pieces.
Now the way that we roasted these tofu slices, it cuts beautifully. It's nice and chicken-like or meat-like. It was really meaty and just so good.
This is our last meal prep. It is about, I think it's about like over 1 o'clock. It's like 1:15, 1:30-ish. We're gonna have some of this for lunch because I'm hungry. So, oh, we've got one more thing, which is the chickpeas, and we're gonna go check up on it very soon. But yeah, this is our noodle salad, all ready to go. We've got some leftover, a little bit of tofu here. I may or may not put it in here. We'll see.
This was a bowl for myself. I layered some tofu on the top and it was perfect. I also added some chili oil as well on the top, as you can see. This chili oil goes with everything.
Try the new chili oil.
The tofu is really nice and meaty. It's really good.
I like it super spicy, so I did have to add a little extra of this chili oil, but you can definitely just adjust it and use whatever you like. This chili oil really turned out perfect. We're going to put this in a large, very large Tupperware. This could be refrigerated for the week. Honestly, this will probably last us only a few days, but this completed our meal prep for the week. Just checking up on the chickpeas. Look at how nicely golden brown they are. Some of them are nice and crispy and caramelized because of that coconut sugar. It's the perfect snack, nice and spicy and sweet.
This was our meal prep for the week. We definitely made it in time. It took about 3 hours or so, and we made quite a few things that I think will definitely be helpful during our meal next week. We've got some pasta bakes with rigatoni. We actually only used like 2 boxes of pasta, and that kind of already, it made like 3 pans. We had lentils in there, vegetables in there. We also have one here as well. We've got some pasta shells. We've got our noodle salad, which is like sort of an Asian-y thing. We've got quinoa. We have some spelt ground and our snacks. Oh, and chili oil.
You made extra this time.
Extra this time. Not really.
Yeah, you have extra chili.
Oh. We thank you so much for watching. We really hope that this inspires you to meal prep. This really didn't cost very much. I know for a fact, just because looking at all the ingredients, we use things like our leftover chickpeas and peas and lentils and pasta. It really doesn't cost that much. We really hope that we inspired you to meal prep. Like and subscribe if you are new, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Big Daddy.